My ex-wife kept my inherited vintage car. I used the original title to have the vehicle towed and crushed. My grandfather left me one specific thing in his will: a beautiful, fully restored 1968 Ford Mustang. This car was my pride and joy. It had been fully paid off, and the title was officially transferred to my name with no liens or shared ownership. It was a sentimental possession and legally 100% mine. When my ex-wife Sarah and I divorced 3 years ago, she refused to give it back. The divorce settlement was finalized, dividing all shared assets. But Sarah stalled, claiming the car was part of the property settlement. My lawyer was useless. He advised me that since the car was parked on the property she still owned, seizing it would be complicated and potentially lead to charges of property damage or theft. He said it would cost more in legal fees to recover the car than it was worth. Sarah knew this. She parked the Mustang in her driveway, drove it occasionally, and sent me smug pictures, knowing she had successfully weaponized an asset she had no legal right to. I realized the entire problem was my lawyer's perception of the car as a shared asset within a civil dispute. It wasn't. It was stolen property, and I had the ultimate legal proof: the original clean title signed over to me by my grandfather's estate. I decided to stop fighting her in civil court and instead treat the car exactly as it was: unclaimed property being stored illegally by a third party. I moved out of state for a new job, but before I left, I made one final move. I called a local aggressive scrap and towing company that specialized in removing abandoned vehicles. I didn't mention the divorce. I didn't mention Sarah. I told them I owned a specific vehicle, a 1968 Ford Mustang, gave them the precise VIN, vehicle identification number, and that it was illegally parked on property in the 1200 block of Oak Street. I faxed them a notarized copy of the clean title in my name and paid them the $500 fee up front, specifically requesting the crush and salvage service. The next morning, 2 tow trucks showed up at Sarah's house. She came out screaming, insisting it was her property and threatening to call the police. The tow truck driver calmly showed the police officer who arrived on the scene the original legal title, proving I was the owner, and the documentation showing the car was requested for salvage by the legal owner. Since the officer confirmed the VIN matched the owner's legal request, there was nothing Sarah could do. They towed the car away. Sarah called me an hour later, hysterical. She demanded to know where the Mustang was. I told her, "You wanted it, you kept it, now it's gone." I had it towed and scheduled for immediate destruction and salvage. She screamed about the value, the sentimentality, and how she was going to sue me. I hung up, went online, and found the towing company's gallery. Sure enough, there was a picture of a crushed, unrecognizable pile of steel, the remains of the Mustang, waiting to be recycled. It was financially stupid. The car was worth $40,000. But the peace of mind knowing that Sarah would never drive that car, would never get a penny from it, and would never use it to smugly torment me again. That was priceless.